If you just join me, welcome on board. Statistics alone don't give their own data we then collect. Malam O, we na the statistician general, tell we say, intel thanky to everybody we then count. So for me, Tripoli, I say, Malam O say they count all man. It is true, say they not count all man, but in say they count all man. And it start say all the one them then give Sierra Leoneans them the opportunity to be counted. We see a lot of people they on Facebook. I spoke with people when I was in Sierra Leone at that time. Say, but they reach na area, they count you. People they say they not reach na the area, they not count them. Me, then can am use, then count na use. Yeah? Say because they count na use, not mean to say they're not counting na the other person use. You understand? I tell you, see, at another time that was grafting. The people are not go na the house, then go talk, say, then go na the house. But to say then go talk somebody been there in charge of that area, they way for make sure say everybody is counted. So then carry this person at the house, say, but this man say kana una say una no they agree for le e count una. And they ask him, say, you kana ya? Now he say, no, not to this house, now that other house. So even some of the numerators them, they not be the talk to. They really not be the talk to. And some people get the argument right now, say, why this data, what we get now, why you for doubt them, but you for believe the 2015 one? Some man say, why you for doubt the 2015 one, then you for believe the 2021 one? So that's what is going on. That's why me, Naya, be the encourage people say, allow yourself to be counted. Allow yourself to be counted. Because at the end of the day, now you go there on the losing side. Okay, all those political parties will be the crisscross, they telling people, they say, we're not really them come to. Now the results don't come out. Freetown, less. Freetown less over 400,000 people. Now Freetown less. Putloko less. Bombali less. But all the other areas, Southern Province, Kenema gain, Bo gain, all those ones gain. Even though Malam Ono address people them way, they no count. As far as I'm concerned, who are making themselves available, then count them. And now the results are out. Welcome with the doctor. Make we waiting in get for you. Welcome on board, the doctor. You get the platform, Dr. Isatuka Kejolo.
Yes, hi, good evening, good morning to many others. Thanks to you, thanks to Us friend and Usman Toli, to the listeners and viewers them. We tell everybody thank you. We hope so you do well. Sierra Leone, the things and way we can face, it's a lot of things, but then when it comes to things and way we for do as citizens, them sometimes we tend to, lay back and not to the intent, and this not to something where anybody as a citizen, as a patriotic Sierra Leonean, then they do a census counting, we don't talk about it now this platform. We encourage people them for make them get counted because we all know the benefits of census, counting a country. It brings different things they way then get for look at where the government get for try for see for make sure say they allocate funds them where necessary, and also if there's a need for school, there's a need for hospital, there's a need for any different health clinics based on the population. I believe say if governments therefore spend money in those areas, then we'll know how to distribute the funds. And for find out, say, the Freetown population is lesser compared to the one them within at the urban areas and in other districts them, it's concerning, and it make people want to question why anybody go listen to politicians them will be they against the census counting. I think that now something where I feel say no matter what political party you they part of, but where it comes to your duty as a patriotic Sierra Leonean, as a patriotic citizen, it make sure say you do your own diligence, you do your own part, because we all get a role and responsibility for play in we country in development, and this now one thing, now something we them for do. And also we the hope say yes, we understand say them in try for do this digitally. If there was any errors in our hope say them being really set up in a way that if there's an error, there will be a kickback to make sure say that the people that wouldn't count it's indeed registered. It becomes something automatic where we will reverse for no reason. And also try for put other systems in place for ensure say this number it not deviate past. You can see most of the time, even if you look at election pollings, na a country for the United States an example, where they can don't do like a poll for a specific thing where they go on with the president or with a senator or governor, and they say there's a plus or minus 2 or 3%. There's a reason for that, because always we know say there could be an error, whether not electronic error or a man error, so that not something we don't try, and also make sure say the system when they use it is in place for no say go deviate beyond that percentage, because if it is beyond that, then they know say definitely there's something wrong with the census counting, so that then go before rectify and before then wait until the report come out. I not get much for say, but I go always encourage my fellow Sierra Leoneans them, whether you they, inside Salon or you they outside of Sierra Leone, and if say they live na Sierra Leone and where something like this they happen, then they ask all Sierra Leoneans them for do their own part, and we get for do that, as we dey always ask for the basics them for let them meet their needs there. We get for make sure say we know within our country in own population, as we always they say, oh now 7 million population, a little over that, but we are still under 8 million. It makes sense now for let we understand, see yes indeed this not the correct figure for we country. And if you go right now on Google, you try for even Google you state where you dey, or if or the country at large, you for able for know say this not the data where they don't enter na the system, say this particular state, if not the United States, or this particular country, their population is enough for deviate so much in it. And we dey hope say maybe this not something where it go be rectified, so that people then go trust the system, and then go try for put measures them in place for like everybody before trust the system now we country. So now that me get for say tonight, and we dey hope say Sierra Leone continue for rise. We hope say Salon get better, and then we all work strongly and keep the nation strong. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Bendu Kamara say, he said the problem na Salon na dishonesty. Who that we for believe now? The previous one, 2015, or this one, 2021? You will find out, say, the conversation about this particular census result based on the political party or the person they support. The one them where they support this administration with all the increases them way we see, then believe say na this is the correct one. The one them where they support the previous administration with all the decreases them, then believe say, well, this one wrong. Yes, there are certain things then that you need data for clarify them. But my dear, Freetown in reduction one, and Malam O telling us that people allow themselves to be counted. There was no recognition about people that were not counted. People who no count, ain't no get that for talk about. He tell thank you to all man we allow let them count there. And the one they tell thank you to. So if me want for look am, okay, then control man. Then control man if na dandy. So say the reduction come out. Now people they no count. On the previous number na not being correct. On this number not correct. Who do we turn to? Who that? We all know say Freetown for overcrowded. So who that we go turn to on this one? Pastor talk say no more, not correct. I lie, they lie. Yeah. Then at the end of the day, what's happen? Until it don't come out today. Tomorrow Wednesday, we'll go begin hearing. We'll go begin see. So we need for trust with government not to so. They're not supposed to play with remind them not to so. They're not for play with development because this one, na development. This particular one. So if they want for, well, sometimes I make all team bad off na Freetown. That will look and so now. I make all team bad off na Freetown. Because Freetown we overpopulated so. Now I no get numbers. Hey, Papa God. Just call I live on air. 3 minutes.
Okay, 3 minutes. Okay, lad, thank you for your analysis. Let me give me your analysis, yeah? Now, the Northern Province, now they may come up to be specifying na Kabbalah Abon. Thank you so much. You be even so we house until we go na Yugomaya. Anyway, for the census for the North, I not feel say it wrong. I could just give me my own analysis. I don't know. I think so. Add that to the factor. 2015 census will not be get Falaba district. We were only Kwenadugu districts. So then cut Kwenadugu district into two. So
yes, Kayene and Falaba.
No, not Kwenadugu first. I did tell you about me your hometown. Then divide that into two. Falaba. Because remember, first in a 12 district, there will be not to be 14 district, there will be in Sierra Leone. So that Kwenadugu then go divide that to Falaba and where the Kwenadugu reduce the Kwenadugu. But if you add the Falaba population and the Kwenadugu population, then you compare them to last year to 2015 Kwenadugu district, you understand? I think you will really get the exact difference. I just want me to pay attention to that. Also, Bombali also, not it reduced. Now from Bombali, now they then cut, we are not a Kumari, the Northern Province, now they then cut where they form Canada district. So they cut some put local district, so they reduce put local districts, they reduce Bombali district. Like also, if you go to Kamakwe, used to be Bombali district. Also, this place, Kamalo used for be Bombali district. Bendebu used for be Bombali, and they all a big town there. So also Alpha Timbo, they all come on at the Bombali district. The also Mr. The Speaker of the House come out, BNT, Bat candidate, they used to be put local districts. So if you really put the addition, then get for think about that, then get for join all that and really see say if it reduces. Because if you find out, say the general population of Sierra Leone, if you watch, the enough plenty with the population are 7.5 and so amount, so now 6% no more increase. The only side when we go get out now Freetown. Even Magorka, when at Sonkolili district, now strong wolf of APC. But if you watch, because they're not being divided Sonkolili district, it increased. And Kambia district back when Kanda Yunkela the north, they have not reduced. The western area of rural, instead even at the problem with Freetown, I agree, but what in fault, I not care if they attack me. Now APC them fault. I remember that you've been advised everybody wants to be so like you, very patriotic, you and Usman Toli. Every I said to una all be the people then go vote, no whether you believe it or not. Be counted. You cannot understand somebody going to be a politician. Just because of your selfish political reason, because people are illiterate, you go tell them they don't. And for me, Claudia School. Now in one of Freetown be sit down, they pump people and say, do not count. And APC they not use common sense. Now one of the biggest political party. Now when I get for loss. Femi Claudia School no get no party. UDC party, you know, you get 1,000 people. Una now when I get Freetown. 48 councillors, 47 on na APC getter. So if una go sit down and discourage people in Freetown, so what happen under that man? They try to protect itself from the international world. Let them not say not clear. Make it talk say all man counted. But anybody get common sense. Freetown they arrive, but Freetown is their fault. Now they are the most educated place, and they're not encourage the MPs there, or the councillors. They we are discouraging their people to go and be counted. So now you get what you get what you have. So then go learn their lesson from this. Thank you so much, Triple H.
All right, thank you very much, caller. Well, this caller, the one for the provinces, I go get for cross check him, but it don't help way out. And now the one for Freetown. The one, yes, all these other places them, but the one for Freetown. Yes, caller, they live. Your name and also the call from, please.
It is not Mike. I call from Philadelphia.
Yes, Mike, you get 3 minutes.
Yeah, I just want to say, nothing more patriotic than a citizen where they follow the constitution of a country. When something not constitutional, it's not constitutional. I don't care how you turn around. I don't care what you do with them. However you do them, it's not constitutional. If they say census not 10 years, not 10 years. If not done in the constitution, not in the constitution. If any citizen participates for that census day, now in the citizen are not patriotic to your own country. For right now, this census, if we get better judiciary in that country, this census for therefore don't cancel out. But once again, the judiciary is not meaningful in the country. How Kenema of all Kenema get more population than Freetown? Now yeah, we all there would say Freetown more populated, people need to go back upline for go do farming. But how Kenema of all have more than 160,000 people there inside 7 years? Inside 7 years, from 2015 to 2021, then get 160,000 people there inside 7 years. Kenema of all. You know, when I left for they play people there. When I left here, when they do the census here for thief election, not for populational growth or do anything that the neighborhood of Kenema or help the people of Kenema. Nothing when I not do na Kenema. The only thing when I do na Kenema, a chief minister will go Billy host day. Nothing when I not do na Kenema. No improvement when I not bring na Kenema. You know, them politicians they are, man. Them politicians they're very frustrating at that country. When I do census for the right thing, not for election. When I can't do census for, or for can't thief election, I can't do census for. 4 years they not do nothing. Now this election I have up. Man, shame on una, man. Completely shame on una. Yeah? And I'm your contribution, Nandi, bro.
Thank you very much, Mike. Yes, caller, they live on here. Your name and also the call from, please. Yes, caller on the United States line.
Yes, yes, this is Ezekiel.
Yes, Ezekiel, get 3 minutes, sir.
Yes, I just want for thank. Yes, Mina Ezekiel. Right, I just want for thank Dr. Isatu and the other contributors them will be help you analyze. And may I say this? Salon, I think wait till we really get interest enough, or will we always cry out with problems? Because I'm not able to understand how any Sierra Leonean, we're not a well-meaning Sierra Leonean, not before don't see this problem what they talk about now, not before don't able to see I'm coming, when we will see the opposition, which is part of any government or any country, be stand out against a legitimate and constitutional national exercise for tell people, the citizens them. And unfortunately, citizens them listen to them kind politicians for rob them of their own constitutional and legal right. This is unfortunate for we Salon country, because now this all way people that they talk, that they say that they attack the system and this that. Let me tell you, some of us saw this coming, and people will be level-headed. I mean, you Triple A, I'm glad you for this because when I point out to people that you need to take this serious. Opposition politicians, and they left the well of parliament, who said they need for argue out constructively. They know they do them. Then they come out to the public for conscientize them wrongly for do the wrong thing, only for the team up and the shout. Would I get for listen? And now the worst not even happen yet. Because time they come now for voter registration, and then they measure everything according to what they don't come out. So where the people can go vote more than waiting at the actual populations in that area, you go able to say yes, what they are overvoting. And one thing I want to make clear: this census is not to tell you if you think say it's about population density, it's completely false because we know the influence where the political, the opposition political people have been do for making people they not come out. If not be a normal process where they not be interfere at all with government action. And let me tell you, government of the day is the government of the day. And the opposition they fail to understand that they are part of the government. So what did they get for tape tomorrow? I thank God for Dr. Isatu, where Ibrahim come out to even Dr. Etoli. Now the last thing that way end part. This is what the opposition of Australia don't turn into. Then they left the word of parliament. Then they come to people them out on the street, ordinary people them. Go and argue out the thing constitutionally. Now parliament, they don't do that. So this thing for the Hamburg wheel. I just thank you very much, Triple A.
All right, thank you very much, Ezekiel. Yes, caller, you live on air. Your name and who call from, please.
Yes, Triple A. Thank you very much, this Ahmed. I call from UK.
Yes, I may get 3 minutes.
Yes, thank you, brother. Thank you for the good work you do, actually. We actually call like follow Una all the time. I know that Una be done they talk about this census since the starting. But let me tell you one thing. I want to agree with Mike. Mike is saying the right thing. The fact is that this census not legal. This census not legal. We all know the drama of this census since in the parliament days. And I can tell you, me, I've grown up Freetown, Kishi, I born there, go school, go university. Me also that 22 Falcon Street, up to that Christian part. I'm also the only man we will get there. Nobody will count there. You know, I'm going to Masheka from Masheka, after just Masheka, 2 village, Rubishwan, to Magbele Ferry Bridge. Nobody will count there. And this time they me grow up. Why they tell you about the census is not legal. These people then get a means to this census. I don't care what people then they think. Oh, now the opposition, I say not country people. This census don't become a drama. Census now for waiting. As statistics, now for allocate resources of people, now for know the amount of people, for build schools, for build this, for try for improve people in life. What did this government do? For God's sake. Then people that then get in tension with this census, the whole thing. Anybody who can at this social media they talk. Yeah, now your opinion. But believe me, we're not fool. We know how Freetown they go to this drastically like that. How can the population grow? Who does that? It's not just possible. More could not begin to play around. I don't care. I can understand the analysis of all of the panelists. This we get to understand. But the fact is, this census is not credible, and then they get a motive behind the census. I'm telling you. And the people according to the statistician, he say everybody is counted. But Musa grow up like see where I don't nobody not come to me. I don't get what our house we get you. The whole street of Falcom Street, Jones Street, Passy Street, up to Christian part. Without me, the family are called on man. Nobody knows any numerator. And the same thing happens back to now Sheka end, up to the Magbele Ferry Bridge. Nobody, they not see there. So who side the credibility lies? Then people that they talk say, oh, they release Kali Nayanda, where they add and they not deserve. This now fake. These guys and getting, they play the people the integrity. I don't understand how somebody the protecting for you will not become a citizen for your country at once. This is not about government, it's not about APC, it's not about opposition telling people not to be counted. If they want to do the right thing, do the right thing. But this is not the right thing, then get a motive. This census people condemn her from parliamentarian base will not be fighting. You would address this issue when they debate on it in a parliament. And opposition leaders then come out and talk. And those who sponsor who already filed for sponsor the program, they also pull out. The thing not credible. It's just like what Mike say. If we get a credible judiciary in that system, believe me, you know they take this census. And this census is not good for old water. This is good for bring problem. And before election, and they tell you now this because people get for react. People get for react. Triple A, who now Freetown we grow. We know how Freetown they go to this 400 and something thousand people. You can't imagine that. Then sign it, they don't grow now. McKinney, then sign it, they don't grow. The population of Leira is then grow, even though they divide, or they give their districts, then grow. We during the war, we know how drastically they other areas and they reduce. It's sad anyway. It's sad, but they need for they need for do something. But this is something we not get for all water. You not get for whole. This census now fraud, now shamble is now just unprecedented. Anyway, thank you very much, my brother. I want to thank the panelists there for their contribution. But this is just a fraud anyway. All thank you so much, brother.
Thank you very much, caller. Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and who call from, please.
Yeah, Mina Francis, I call from Minnesota.
You get 3 minutes, sir.
Yeah, I don't be able to listen to the panelists there waiting and talk. However, some people there, especially the diaspora, now some of them really disappointing people there in salon. So plenty people there because I don't know na social media. Politics not to begin play na sense na inge politics. Not to that boku talk, and you know they end up for being nothing. We don't talk, say nothing know they happen. One, that census will be gone and they inside the constitution. Why the politicians then be the tell the people they made they no count there, waiting they be they hide. What was the reason? Nobody not justify. But they say on account. You say no, may they not count you. And you don't tell the people then why they not for count you. So today, now the result don't come out. If we be say they don't go up to 2 districts na Karine or Bombali, blah blah blah, then this government don't come. They really want to know if this population did not that place. They say, okay, Lord, do census. If una be not say yes, their population be there in that place, they una for don't encourage people them for me they count them so that una go prove. So they say yes. What we did after that on 2015 census, where people they agree they not fit, they agree they do that census, they wanna play that magically. Nobody no fit. Then they don't come. They not go open the streets. They not go create the street. They say, "Oh, do census first." They wanna say no. Wanna begin to coach all kinds of things. I wanna disappoint you. Say, "Una politics not to begin playing." The problem, the crook was how they go create 2 districts in the north. They not member southeast for one, but that was not honesty. Some people waiting they play fine for una some money. They know they talk not to corruption, not to it. But when the ball don't change, then anything they do with the shout. Why can't we be honest for God's sake? If unless we just go give 1 district now the south or east, then we forbid at least waiting. For say all these years now they not population no more be they grow. The southeast not be they grow. Una not see them in any una not they watch. Now that people are they self-confidence. They want to do the same thing they want to cry. Oh, are they stupid? No. They said men council of people that they want to look down at money. Now, they talk about a Creole, they talk inside Kono. I just don't share and I just say they know what was the reason. And when I say blah blah blah, it's inside the constitution. They say the president get right for declare midterm census. Now the same way and next back be they use. Because if it fit now, una not be they make noise. Now when the thing don't change, una they make noise. Politics not a picking thing. Una na battle wisdom. Not to no. At the end of the day, una go tell them back say made no vote. Where the election get for calm or made no register. Then una they all whose problem we get for calm. Now that's not get for happen. Una forget about that. Personal commander that's why I go hip fetch and out. But nothing not get for happen. That blunder way una don't blunder. Una go left for the Leone wounds there and una tell that story the next time. When they say census, you know go tell the people they say make them no vote. Now you not the politician, now you get for pay the price now. Because now you say make them no register. Now they come back and say make them reject. If we all be joined hand for say, okay, now we go register. Don't go prove really what the people here want. But una not do now, una want confuse the people there because una be don't confuse them first. Then una one can confuse them back for the second time. Then una get for confuse them back for the third time, una get for loss. May God bless you now. Salute man is very important. Trade, yes. Now the problem that and that's not get for common inside. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much, Francis. Yes, caller ID live on air. Your name and who side you call from, please.
Yeah, okay. Triple A, how are you and listeners? This is Bobby. Call from London. Okay, yes, sir. Yeah. You know, the problem we're gonna salon it hard for settle because in fact we were there in the 40s going to 50. Now we more full self we follow the old politics and them because the real other contribution or contributors them was in the talk. The only thing about the census one force we at this station they talk say this government sometimes then they bastardize the constitution, but then they do things that we all know hide. Okay, regarding the census, they do them illegally, and it's stated now with constitution census now every how many years? Yeah, the next census will be 2020. Yeah, 2025. So then do this. Okay, that was the main thing where the opposition they stand on. They say this is too emergency like and they do this census. The problem that Salon is deep. I know they lie by you. We not able to solve them. This generation will not. All right, that's it. Yeah, we own generation not going to solve this problem. I don't see them because would they get sway a little bit? I mean, for that, we they say why people are not allowed to count them. But before the census self day, we get a lot of programs and we will listen to other people or other people this we don't say this census now like something na emergency they do. Okay, they have no reason to do this census. The international partners pull out, and I can bet anybody say this government they are con artists. If we all watch this today when they give the report about this census, I don't know if not defeat representative when they talk, the lights go off. Okay, then I pick up two statements there where somebody talk and that guy will purport himself say in civil society they talk say how they feel where the international partners IMF pull out. But if you listen, somebody talk earlier before him. He talks say IMF pull out but later then come back. You don't know all this rubbish. Let we go back to that old statement they listen to what they say. You don't say these people they are lying to us. Okay. The census, they're doing it for their benefit. But the problem here is we're not the citizens that we will not to politicians them. Now we therefore fight these people, fight in a sense, like what would they do them program there? You understand? There is no way would they support either opposition or present party. Like they say, this census will be this. I mean, it's not in the constitution. They just do it for themselves. There is no way Freetown go lesser than. I mean, can you imagine? We all live Freetown. We all we go school. There is no way even which country that the way the capital city get lesser population than any side. You understand? It's not possible. You see? So to be honest with you, I mean, not condone this thing where some people they say, oh, these people that they for count themselves. No, it's not about count yourself. We know say these results where they did a shamble, a sham. You understand? This is a sham. This is just formal to themselves. This beside if people really go count safe. Now the same result they pull back because this is a plan work. I know they lie by nobody because they motive what they do this thing for. I like all man agree for count. Now this same result. I mean, we don't know before they do this. Oh, APCB don't add some side, so they say for add. They did it now. How comes Kenema Pujawu, come on, man, they protrude, done less population in the western area. Come on. So who side the people that die? Who side they go? Are they dead? Or are the one who didn't kill na Pandeba Road or what? You know? So anyway, that'll be your contribution.
Okay, thank you, yeah.
Yeah.
Please, let's try for stay to 3 minutes, please. The line hot. A lot of people want contribute. Please, let's just go straight to the point. Yes, caller, you there live on air. Your name and who side the call from, please.
Hello.
Yes, you there live on air. Your name and who side the call from.
From London.
Okay, you get 3 minutes.
Yeah. I will just start like who said that last caller they talk about. This census, the figure them be done there. Now the census, we all see how they fight for an parliament. How World Bank withdraw from this census. Then people are still forced for put this census. Then they blame parliamentarians, say, then they go tell them people for let them not register. What you want let them do? Before the census be, then we don't begin the census before they can go to parliament. And a parliament, if we don't come out, before they come begin the process. Let's say, okay, then get right, the president get right for call for midterm census. Waiting happen at Salome them for call midterm census. Not to nothing pass because they want add that they own side. Like how they say APC add. So they say for me, I don't see and say any government we can they go make their own census. That's what's Salome for the any new government we can, they make the midterm census. Because midterm census not necessary. One not being at the country or nothing, not the way big way the population change with them for make midterm census. Then they just make them because APCB don't make their own. They say APC add figure. They self come for card figure na their own side. If Mother Bio no say it don't work, why wait? We don't win this 2023 election. They make the census now. Lord say APC them in finger the census. But I been the right time they make the census. Census before them be 2004. But because of Ebola, then send her to 2005. So after that, if a bit after another 10 years, why then people that they can force for put census from people by force? Then they force anything. They force them way to parliament, put speaker. They force them way for get majority in a parliament. Now the government is to see that they call police in a parliament for go beat parliamentarians them. They don't do always, but then they manipulate all things, even the opposition, APC self. Now then they be in them for let them not settle. Put them in court. They use other man them for we this gone to now the party for let them put them in court. We all waiting back about the way APC been gets their problem during the mixed day. But this man, if he to say all the way they do now go put on a power back. No matter how they do all this, we all know that. You see? Why then they insist on this census? Why they not wait? If the man don't work, let it wait. 2025, they make the census. But they can't force the census, even World Bank pull out. Because they see people and they fight in the parliament. Then they fight to wait their gas in the parliament for this census. But then people are how they call themselves for and so they do team pauper. Anyhow they been do. This figure be done there. They just wait now. They just wait for justify say. Now so and so it don't be. How can a man go get people go get people pass Freetown? Can a man get people pass Freetown? Even now, when they in a power, so they not take boku people place them, they not see people host, they not go bring them people upline all them can pack them Freetown. Still, Freetown get less population than Kenema. Anyway, now they look.
Thank
they
you.
look at this thing. Okay, brother.
Yeah, thank you. Let's call ID live on air. Your name and who side the call from, please.
Yeah, I'm named Jesse. The call from New York.
You get 3 minutes, sir.
Yes, sir. My first question, I get one question for Wuna, the panelists, and you, the one, for let you clear the air for we because we within the diaspora here, And look at and say, will they get small problem? And will they make the people where they out there, we don't know the constitution of that country, will they create serious problems there for them? The first question I want to ask, because where that man talk Malam O or whatever thing, he talk about something about the constitution, you say yes, you know, they know the constitution for census. One question why I want to ask for
I say
Leona
not
Cry
in
for-
the constitution for census. He say for wait 10 years.
No,
If then
for
wait
10 years. So,
that's
yes,
exactly
so now,
what he said.
yes, I want to know, let me clear the air today. If the president get right for declare midterm census before 10 years, then I want thing I want to declare na the world. Let you everybody in the salon and the diaspora know if the president not get no right, if he see something wrong in that country, say even if they don't count 2050, if he not get right for declare midterm census in 5 years, let we know that the first one. Because Mr. Sepo Sidon 2015 have the salon. I not be ever even know say self them they count because they not count me self. Nabo Abide, they not ever count me. I not be they said the day we then go for go count. So I not even know if they count me or they not count me. But I not ever put another ear socks they not be count me. Then two, the people in Freetown will all day because that side I commend you greatly. Will be they tell you people and say, we not go let them count now. I mean I not be see no reason. Census, even if them be say after 2 years they want to do census, they never do census with party card. Census na general population na salon say we dey count. Irrespective of the party, we count people in this country. Even if na me host account today, I say I want check how many people in this host, I can still check. It no matter. We deliberately tell people deliberately tell people in a Freetown say, let them not go at all. We all know, we all are witness there. Let not blame government for this. Let not blame statistics for this. Let not blame nobody. Then totally, sometimes where Western rural get 200 excess, sometimes the people that we migrate from the urban we go build now the rural now they don't go yonder they go country again. We are not go say again so it's not legitimate because sometimes people then go yonder they go country there. So now one thing down they go now 200,000 we add na rural. Something that the one they will migrate we build now them Waterloo part so then go there. Then the balance way left, sometimes the one that we go friend the woman then Jala Nabo and Polytech na Kenima they go begin sleep day. Where the census go meet them, they then come to them day. So this is will not get for blame government for that. They let me tell us say everybody una de usa una de let them come to now. Deliberately people tell them people everybody be they tell them, but let them continue mean nothing. Continue me say them get for tell you say can't vote now. But all Sidon will not they deliberately refuse for count because the margin of Freetown will so everybody go concern. Nobody know they will not go concern because we all know Freetown now the highly populated place for any sign of salon. But the people that refuse for let it be counted will know that day. If 98% of the country don't count, the man get right for say everybody be counted because is in mathematics, if something don't pass 90%, incorrect. Nothing not over 100%. But if you get above 90%, it's good. So he was very good in his statement. What he say people and be the country then they show up. Yes, a lot knows so they then divide 2 districts them from the north. So that population they will be there 2015 where they pulled for Ada and Akarine and Falaba. That population now Bombali. And that other side get for drop because the district that they take they include for let them get one district and that. Now turn then they put for let them include one get down district. Now get down they clear now mind. People, they sensitize people and the way they will understand how the country they move. But if for every and not from where this government sit down, I never see what they don't do with people they don't praise another country for. One, even plastic bags they don't praise that this man from another country. Even so, God may not be hate Satan. So, at least no pull politics aside. Census now will all benefit, not to one person property. If you sit down, they not continue now that in the whole. Means that one not be the whole, not be country. But I still include in the voting. I vote. They not tell me say I not the vote. I go a vote. But then sometimes my name not be the so if developmental thing become me not be -1. Why in the first place? Yeah. I want to say one thing. Why will not be even question the census that happened 2015? Why will not be questioned now? When they pull two districts now the north? Will not ever question an Asalo. Why this for the question? Now this not the problem. Why they not be questioned and then they question this? Because of politics? No, not try let them here, my brother.
All right. Thank you very much, caller.
Yeah.
Adebig, if we want to make we continue, 3 minutes. 3 minutes, do ya? A lot of people ending on the waiting line, so don't pull the numbers. But all right now the phone line don't close, so you no call or no need new people. But the one that will be don't call, definitely they're gonna be hard. Yes, caller, you get 3 minutes. Your name and where the call from. Call on the United States line.
Yeah, it's a Momo and Triple A.
Yes, Mama, 3 minutes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. This thing, the question here is not to put out the non-cons again. What in the opposition would do? We get for reverse this. I believe in nothing, because as we all know, all the argue here, there are several things that would happen since we SFP came into power. We don't happen. We the opposition all left. They don't pull how many parliamentarians from the opposition, they put their own. They allow Nasu don't left both. They impose for them speaker, Nasu don't left. They don't send how many cases in our courts against the present government, Nasu don't left both. They don't even listen to them case and they. How many steps they don't take, what they don't do, how far they don't go, but for let they able show strength, nothing. So this will don't happen, so nothing not get for happen. It get for affect the election. Now, so back it get for left both as one caller, Mr. Francis talk na Minnesota. Because now they don't get edge for escape CS. Now they don't tell them people them. And yes, and they're right. If they're all into that point, they're right because it is all over the media. Then come the ministers them or former minister them parliamentary and tell people to then not go register. So in as much if people then expect, let's say, even people register that's what for happen, it not get for make any difference because why? This government gets an evidence. All the shows is high authorities them. They tell people that they not go for go register them. That's not the evidence. That's it. So it no matter what you will get for talk now, in not legal, illegal. That's the evidence. Authorities, high authorities, and the tell people will not go register, and that's not all. And this result now you get for affect the election. So just like what I call say, if they can't do boundary limitation and for let them get people to register for the for vote, then guys say this side the population should be there. Why then get how many people will register? Then go vote the votes and they're right. What's it there for commodity? Nothing that's what you get for left back. You know, so this it don't just bad because the opposition not ever show any strength how far they go, but for let them able to fight them case them from the starting. So not to at this point they're able to fight anything, we don't get evidence. So this is bad. If it don't bad for the opposition, it don't bad for them, and this is not lesson. So now this make it for say thank you.
Thank you very much, Momo.
Yeah.
Please, where you come, just go straight to the point so that other people go be heard. As long as you be don't call, no worry, they call you back, yeah? You will call back with you on another call, well? You don't miss them. Yes, caller, you get 3 minutes, sir. Carry on.
It's Ezekiel, the call from Washington.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, Triple A. I think when we try for talk about what in the opposition do, Lord, they try for talk the other side too. So if they talk, say, then get evidence that the opposition tell people that they don't register. Well, why you not go emphasize the evidence too? We international community and everybody be talking now the wrong thing, then they do so. That's then back again evidence. But just like what you say, which is true, perfectly correct. We don't give power to go down in and power for they get everything. It take care of the judiciary system, it take care of every system in the country. So just like how they say nothing no get for commodity, law based down there on that because then get power and then they stop and shut down anything we then want for shut down. Now that's you for talking about evidence. Don't outline all the areas then where they don't manhandle and mishandle and do everything illegally. And that's not commodity. And because they know say they get the authority and get the power for them, that's why they are doing it. Because the reality is, if something wrong, the citizens they not get up and talk say no, we don't want this to happen. Who else go fight the government? Anything will change. Because if we want it for change, then somebody get for stand up and say no, this is wrong, long no do. That was the reason. They say Lord, we let people and not register. And we're talking about that. Anybody where they are, call your family right now, let find out. How would I go there for go register them? Not me place. Any side way they know say, okay, then be no hearing APC noise now this place. Then they go there. Go to places. Oh now they just fold this thing. Again, if you they call and talk about what thing they've been do, APC been do for divide places, for let them get more support now inside, and that was the reason why we kicked them out. We bring new man where he promised we for do something right for we country. For once and for all, Lord, we begin things on a new foundation. Foundation where we've been expect you rotting past the foundation we've been did it. It's a rotting foundation back with the lay. That's the reason that we kick them out of power. They've been doing things wrong. We expect this man will be promised he will do things right. He can turn, to real snake. People them out where they elect illegally. He can't with somebody when we not be I come impose a man we been don't corrupt the country for too long. He can't put on top of people. So there is no foundation here. Everything is rotting. Where would they go now? Can't go follow anybody accountable. When we they talk about the opposition do this, now make this go happen. You they forget now, would have can lay good foundation for we now in the country, my dear. Let God bless we all. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Ezekiel. Let's call ID live on here, 3 minutes.
I'm in Kuruma. Triple A, they blame the government. If Freetown figure is so low, they could not blame the government. They could blame the supporters that really are seen say, are in stronghold and are in same one they are young people. And hello? Yeah, and to be honest with you, we think that will happen during the election time. We don't begin to see the example. And also even after election, maybe more crime with it. And the other thing they need to try for say, to be honest with you, this government, whether they will do something wrong, it is for final just patience after the 5 years done. Maybe we vote them out or we vote them back in. But we really get people and they just say, this government, not a legitimate government. Whatever they say, people are not for abide by them. And after this government make we, the government next. When they say this, many people just go with the flow. But then someone they tell them people and say, I'm not sure. The side they will say high figures, they recognize the government and then they listen to the government. So at the end of the day, why people for really cry say foul? Just like how many brother talk and say, as long as something they up to 90%, they can forgive, like everybody. That are the majority. Like just that, I know the really they listen in the beginning of the program, but just bump each one. Maybe don't take vacation, sir. You don't say, it's like I know even call. Thank you so much. But that might just me only to import. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kuruma. Yes, caller, 3 minutes. You there live on here.
Hello?
Yeah, you there live on here. 3 minutes.
Oh, good evening, AAA. Thank you so much for all your service and all the contributors and listeners. Mina Bendo, I call from Kansas City. Me not a politician. I just want Salon for be a better place where we all go enjoy. I don't learn a lot, but these two parties, as far as I'm concerned,
they guilty of waiting me consider for be corruption. Me just feel say SLPP be suspicious of APC manipulating the census where they do them. So then say be just a wait for that opportune time for let them do the same thing. So I mean until then, me just they hope and pray say one day we go get somebody we go come for do the country right and make the people them benefit. That's all me get for say. Thank you so much.
Yes, caller, you there live on air. You name and side call from,
Question.
please.
We are unable to take your call at this moment.
Oh, okay. Well, unable to take the call. I think saying the last one that one day. One for say thanks to everybody who contribute today. It's been a busy day. These are the kind of programs before I come on here. You can predict how the program get for come out. Because they ain't kind about here and it's easy to tell from the side of the podium where the person team up the talk. And it's rather unfortunate for say people not be heed to the call. Everybody get right to your opinion. And Freetown is overpopulated. You can't take it from there. Well, I know say Freetown overpopulated. Freetown midi. It is true. Say the rural areas don't open. They don't open. That is true. A lot of people get different places there now at the rural areas. So I'll go sleep a week and see how the one that will be they say una not really then come to now. How they go to receive this. Now yeah. I call for say allow yourself to be counted. Most of we now call the people say una grilled and contuna. The reason was what do they see today? Okay, if everybody be angry, then you see this for Freetown, then you go say, oh yes, this and that. But since we know say, in fact, not to the degree, some of the enumerators, they're not even going to areas then. They not go there, they not sit there. So they self take upon themselves because threatening me, they go say they go beat them and go this. So man not go there. Let us sleep a week. Into tomorrow June 1st. It's a brand new month. I'll see what you get for dinner table. Until voter registration get for day now. Or now from this data then they pull voter registration. Hey. Okay. We'll go there back tomorrow. Michael Coker say he got counted. Yeah. Mills, men count today. And Waterloo. But again, I talk and say, not to say because they count me say they count that person. Because I know people that are grafting with the enumerators, then lie. Then count. But if that person did not be meet up, then now so therefore don't lie go. Inside Waterloo village, inside the village, I know houses and the way they no count. But Freetown, there any development plan no then get a big this data. A big at the big. We agree. Say Freetown overpopulated. Do ya? Anyway, I left this Saturday. I go talk on her. Let me say left her. And midweek. Not be things I go reach 3 hours there. We'll go there back tomorrow. Till we meet again, T Police, tata.